Chosen one. There is no coincidence that you are here today reading or listening to this message. This moment in time has been divinely orchestrated. Heaven has been watching the clock, waiting for this exact window to open. This is not by chance. It is not a random scroll on your feed, nor is it a fluke that you've come across this video at this very moment. God led you here. The timing is deliberate, and you are part of a bigger divine plan that is unfolding right now. And I must tell you, this message must reach you before Thursday morning. Why? Because something is moving in the spirit, something powerful, something that requires your immediate response. A shift is happening, and how you respond now will influence everything that is about to come. I know there are moments in life when we question the timing. We wonder why things seem delayed, why others around us seem to be moving forward while we remain still. You've felt the pressure, the restlessness in your spirit. You've sensed it, the nagging feeling that something is about to change. But here's the truth. That pressure, that urgency is not anxiety, it is divine instruction. Heaven is saying, pay attention. Your soul is receiving a message right now. And if you hear it and act on it, the course of your life will be forever altered. This is not a time to hesitate, to wait for the perfect moment, or to be distracted. This is a moment of alignment, a moment that cannot be ignored. You might feel like you've been waiting in silence, questioning whether God has forgotten you. I want to reassure you that your waiting is not wasted. Your silence is not a sign of abandonment. The season you've been in, where things feel still, where you feel like you're walking alone, is actually a sacred season of preparation. God is refining you, shaping you in ways that only this season of waiting could accomplish. I know it has been difficult. I know it has been frustrating. But I am here to tell you that the delay has purpose. The silence has purpose. The wait has a purpose. God is preparing you for something extraordinary, and it will all make sense very soon. There are decisions being made around you right now. Conversations are aligning, doors are opening, and some are closing. Your life is shifting, but the moment is fragile. It is delicate, and that is why heaven is insisting. When heaven assigns urgency, it means the moment is critical. Missed moments do not always come back the same way. There are paths being prepared for you, paths that will lead you into your destiny. But if you delay, if you wait too long, you may miss the window. That's why this message is urgent. That's why it's not by accident that you are hearing this right now. You need to be ready. Your response cannot wait. I want you to know that God is not whispering this to you. He is insisting. Heaven is speaking loudly because it's time for you to take action. This is a divine moment. You are standing at a threshold, and what you do now will determine what comes next. This isn't about fear, it's about clarity. You might not fully understand the changes that are coming, but they are necessary for your spiritual growth, for your destiny, and for the unfolding of God's plan in your life. The pressure you feel is not meaningless stress. It's a sign that God is doing something great within you. Before we go deeper, if your spirit is bearing witness to this word, I want you to act now. Don't wait until later. Don't let this moment pass by. If you feel in your spirit that this message is for you, I need you to respond right now. Like this video as an act of agreement. Subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss the next word heaven sends. Drop a comment below sharing your city and nation so that we can stand together as the remnant of God's chosen ones. Your engagement is not just a casual action. It is a prophetic agreement that you are ready for what God is about to do. And to those of you who have already been supporting this ministry, whether by donating through the pinned link or using the Super Thanks feature, I want you to know that your seed is a prophetic yes. Your generosity is not just a gift, it's a partnership. You are saying, Lord, I move when you speak. Your act of giving is being used as a witness, a testimony to the faithfulness of God. And as you continue to partner in this mission, I pray that what you sow will return to you not just in material ways, but in ways that align with your purpose and calling. So let's stay focused. Don't scroll away. I know this might feel like an ordinary moment, but trust me when I say this. What you hear next will help you understand why this message needed to reach you before Thursday morning. There are things happening behind the scenes that you may not see with your natural eyes, but they are taking place. God is shifting things. And once you understand what's happening, you will see why God refused to let you miss this moment. You have been carrying questions in your heart, questions that you haven't even voiced. There are things you've been wrestling with silently, things you haven't known how to pray about. But I want you to know that God has heard every unspoken word, every prayer that hasn't been said out loud. You've learned to keep going, to smile, and to function even when uncertainty has lingered quietly in your heart. I know it hasn't been easy. The waiting has been heavy. The silence has been louder than you ever expected. You've questioned God's timing not because you've stopped believing in Him, but because you couldn't understand why everything seemed to move forward for others while you remained in the waiting season. But I want to remind you of this. The silence does not mean God has forgotten you. The waiting does not mean God has abandoned you. You are in the middle of something divine. The pressure you feel, it's proof of purpose. The discomfort you experience, it's proof of transformation. God is working in the quiet. He is preparing you for something great. I urge you to stay tuned because in the next moments, we are going to uncover why this message had to reach you now before Thursday morning. When you understand it fully, you will see why God refused to let you miss this word. If your spirit is quickening right now, don't wait. Drop a comment, share this message with someone else, and declare your readiness for what's next. What you are about to receive in this moment is not just for you, it is for the generation, for the people, and for the mission that God has positioned you to fulfill. Stay with me, because something powerful is about to unfold. There are moments in life when everything feels in limbo. You might find yourself waking up each day feeling an inexplicable weight in your chest, pressure, restlessness, and confusion. It's like you're stuck between what you've known and what you know is coming, but the transition hasn't fully materialized yet. The days pass and you find yourself questioning what's happening, feeling like something must be wrong because the weight of it all seems so heavy. You may even wonder if you're missing something, if you're somehow falling behind, or if God has forgotten you in this season of waiting. I want to speak directly to those feelings today. The pressure you're feeling, the heaviness in your spirit is not a sign of failure. It is not an indication that you've missed your chance or that you are unworthy. In fact, the restlessness you're experiencing is a clear sign that God is doing something powerful in your life. You are in a season of preparation, a time when God is refining you for something greater than what you've ever imagined. This season, while uncomfortable, is part of the divine process that is shaping you into the person you need to be to step into your purpose. The truth is, the pressure you feel is proof that God is moving, refining, and aligning things in the spiritual realm that are about to manifest in the physical. If you've ever questioned whether all the waiting, all the silence, and all the uncertainty have any purpose, I want to reassure you. They do. The stillness in your life is not abandonment. It's not that God has forgotten you. In fact, it's quite the opposite. He is working behind the scenes, and the silence is a time for you to grow in trust, to deepen your faith, and to prepare for what He is about to release. This season of waiting is a time for God to refine your character, purify your heart, and strengthen you in ways that only silence can achieve. You are not waiting in vain. You are being prepared, and that preparation is absolutely necessary for what is coming next. As you stand in this moment of silence, I want to remind you of something that will bring you comfort. Your silence is not neglect. God has not overlooked you. Instead, He has been doing the deep work that often goes unnoticed by the human eye. You may not see the progress on the surface, but beneath the ground your roots are growing deeper. You are being grounded in faith, humility, and patience. When the time comes when God's timing aligns with the manifestation of your purpose, you will be ready. Your silence is simply the groundwork for something much bigger. Now, I know that while silence can be a time of growth, it can also feel like a time of testing. You may have asked yourself, why does it have to be so hard? Why does it feel like I am constantly being pushed to my limit? The answer lies in understanding the role of pressure and testing in your journey. God does not test to harm you, but to confirm your readiness. The delays you are facing, the struggles and the discomfort you feel, they are not designed to break you. They are intended to refine you. You see, when God calls you to something greater, He doesn't throw you into the deep end of the pool without first teaching you how to swim. He allows you to experience pressure so that you can grow stronger and develop the resilience needed to handle the weight of your destiny. Think about Joseph's journey. Joseph, the son of Jacob, was chosen by God for an extraordinary purpose. But before he could step into that purpose, before he could lead Egypt through a time of famine, he had to go through a series of tests. He was sold into slavery by his brothers, falsely accused and imprisoned. Yet through each trial, Joseph's character was refined. The delay in his life wasn't a punishment. It was God's way of preparing him for what was to come. Joseph wasn't just being tested for the sake of it. He was being shaped, prepared for the leadership role that would ultimately save nations. The pressure he faced forced him to align with God's plan. It refined his character and gave him the wisdom, discernment, and humility he would need to fulfill his destiny. I want you to see this: pressure is not your enemy. While it may feel uncomfortable, pressure is the crucible in which your purpose is refined. It forces alignment. It forces you to discard what is unnecessary in your life and strengthen what is essential. The things that cannot withstand this pressure, those are the things God is removing. What's left after the pressure has passed is the purest form of who you are meant to be. It is the essence of your destiny. Now, as you continue in this journey, I want to bring you back to the core message of this moment: divine timing. You see, everything in your life is moving according to God's perfect plan, and that plan is unfolding exactly as it should. The waiting, the pressure, and the silence are all aligned with divine timing. Ecclesiastes 3:1 reminds us, "To everything there is a season and a time for every matter under heaven." There is a time for everything. Your time is coming. But it's important that you adjust your mindset now before Thursday morning in order to be ready for what lies ahead. Readiness is key to sustainability. If you are going to sustain what God is about to do in your life, you need to make sure that your mind, heart, and spirit are in alignment with His will. God is about to release something powerful in your life, but you can't receive it with the same mindset that you've been operating under. Old thinking patterns will not carry you into this new season. Old mindsets that are rooted in fear, comparison, or self-doubt cannot hold the weight of the blessings God wants to pour out on you. Old thinking cannot carry new responsibility. This is why it is so crucial to adjust your mindset now. Before Thursday morning arrives, you must shift your thinking. You must choose faith over fear, alignment over comparison, and trust over anxiety. There is a shift happening in the spirit, and it's not just about the external circumstances, it's about your internal posture. If your mindset does not align with God's plan, you will miss the opportunities He has laid out for you. Your readiness determines your ability to handle what's coming next. And that readiness begins with adjusting the way you think, the way you see yourself, and the way you view your circumstances. Fear and comparison are two of the biggest roadblocks to divine alignment. Fear wants to make you doubt God's timing and His ability to fulfill His promises. Comparison will make you believe that you've missed your window of opportunity because you look around and see others moving ahead. But both fear and comparison are illusions. God's timing is never off. You are not behind schedule. You are exactly where you need to be, and this moment, this threshold you're standing at, is crucial for what comes next. As you adjust your mindset, remember that you must also shift from comparison to faith. Comparison will only rob you of your peace and keep you from fully embracing your unique journey. Just because someone else seems to be moving forward doesn't mean that you're behind. Their timing is not your timing. You are not in competition with anyone. God is not racing against time. He is working with purpose. And He has a purpose specifically for you, one that will unfold in His perfect timing. Aligning with God's plan means trusting that His ways are higher than our ways, that His timing is flawless, and that what He has planned for you is far greater than anything you could have imagined. It means letting go of old perspectives that limit you and embracing the truth that you are on the path He designed for you. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are chosen, and your alignment with His plan is what will carry you into the next season of purpose and destiny. I encourage you right now to take a moment and reflect. What are the areas of your life where God is calling you to shift your mindset? What fears or doubts have you been holding on to that are preventing you from aligning fully with His plan? Where have you been comparing yourself to others, and how can you refocus on your own unique journey? As you identify these areas, commit to realigning your thinking with God's truth, because when you do, everything that is about to unfold will find you ready, positioned, and prepared for the blessing ahead. Stay with me before Thursday morning. Everything is about to change. Your response now will determine your readiness for what's coming next. The time for adjustment is now. Align your heart, your mind, and your spirit with the divine plan that is unfolding before you. As we step into the next phase of your journey, it's essential to focus on the shift in mindset that will enable you to embrace the change that is unfolding. The future is calling you, but your heart, mind, and spirit must be ready to respond. This isn't about avoiding change. It's about fully embracing it with a mindset that aligns with God's divine will. The key to this transformation is a shift in how you see the world, yourself, and the path ahead. The mindset you carry will directly influence the life you lead and the blessings you will receive. Mindset shift for the chosen ones. Now more than ever, it's time for you to embrace hope, faith, and alignment with God's will. These are not mere concepts, they are the anchors that will hold you steady when the world around you seems uncertain and when the road ahead appears unclear. Hope is not wishful thinking. It is the confident expectation of God's goodness. It is the belief that even in the toughest moments, God is still moving, still working, and still faithful to His promises. Hope anchors you in the truth that no matter how the winds of life blow, God's promises remain steadfast and unshaken. Faith, on the other hand, sustains you when your circumstances don't match your expectations. Faith is what allows you to stand firm in God's word when the world tells you to give up, when others tell you that the dream is impossible. Faith sees beyond the immediate challenges and gazes into the unseen workings of God, trusting that He is moving even when you cannot yet see the full picture. It's the ability to stand firm in God's promises when everything around you feels uncertain. Even when the road seems dark, faith illuminates the way. I urge you today to stand firm. Trust in the unseen workings of God, the ways He is shaping, preparing, and aligning things behind the scenes. You may not have all the answers yet. You may not know exactly how everything will unfold, but trust that God has been working and He is still at work. The promises He made to you are not idle words. They are truths that will come to pass in His perfect timing. This is your moment to lean into that hope and faith and allow them to transform how you approach everything in your life, from relationships to opportunities, from struggles to victories. Guarding thoughts and beliefs. A crucial part of preparing for the changes ahead is learning to guard your thoughts and beliefs. Your mind and heart are the battlegrounds where victory begins or ends. Proverbs 4:23 tells us, "Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it." This passage speaks to the very core of who you are, the thoughts you entertain, the beliefs you embrace, and the words you speak. The heart and mind are connected, and what is in your heart will manifest in your life through your words and actions. That's why it's so important to guard your thoughts. Fear, comparison, and doubt are the enemies of progress. These negative forces distort your vision and hinder the work that God is trying to do in and through you. Fear clouds your judgment and makes you see obstacles instead of opportunities. Comparison steals your peace by making you feel like you're not enough or that you're falling behind. Doubt sows seeds of uncertainty that weaken your faith and cause you to second-guess what God has already promised. These are the lies the enemy tries to plant in your heart and mind. But today I want to empower you to reject those lies. Choose to guard your thoughts by rejecting fear, comparison, and doubt. Speak life over yourself and your circumstances. Align your internal language with God's promises, not the lies the world tries to tell you. When you begin to speak life, you will start to see life. When you declare God's truth over your situation, you invite His power to manifest. Remember, your internal language creates your external reality. What you say about yourself matters more than you might realize. When you say things like, "I can't do this, it's too late for me," or "this will never change," you're giving life to doubt and fear. But when you say, "I am chosen, I am fearfully and wonderfully made, and God is working all things together for my good," you are speaking the language of faith. You are declaring that you trust in God's timing, His will, and His ability to bring His promises to fruition in your life. Preparation for the blessing. As you step into this next season, know that your faith has the power to transform how you view the pressure and uncertainty you're facing. These things are not obstacles, they are opportunities for growth. Faith turns pressure into expectancy. When you see pressure through the lens of faith, you begin to expect good things even when the pressure seems overwhelming. You start to understand that pressure is not there to crush you, it's there to prepare you for the greatness that is ahead. Faith empowers you to walk confidently, knowing that what God is about to release will fit you perfectly. The blessings that are on their way are designed specifically for you. They will not overwhelm you. They will not destroy you. When you are aligned with God's purpose and His timing, the blessings will come and fit into your life in ways that will make sense. It won't feel like chaos. It will feel like divine order. The blessing that is coming is tailored to your purpose, and God will not release it until you are ready to handle it. Now you might wonder, how can I be sure that I am ready? The answer lies in your ability to trust God's process. If you are still growing, still learning, still evolving, then you are in the right place. Trust that God is doing the deep work within you that will make you capable of handling the blessings ahead. The pressure, the waiting, the preparation, it's all part of the divine plan. And when the time comes, you will be fully equipped, fully prepared, and fully ready to step into the new things God has for you. Threshold moments and divine movement. As you move closer to the changes ahead, it's important to understand the concept of a threshold moment. A threshold is not just a physical doorway. It's a spiritual threshold. It's that space between what was and what is about to be. This is where you stand right now, a moment that feels uncertain and uncomfortable, but also full of divine significance. Threshold moments are often uncomfortable because they require us to leave the familiar behind and step into the unknown. The past is behind you, but the future isn't fully revealed yet. It's like standing at the edge of a cliff, knowing that you have to jump, but not knowing exactly what will happen when you do. It's a moment of tension, a moment of discomfort, but it's also the moment of greatest potential. You may feel uneasy, you may feel a little scared, but know this: God doesn't bring you to the threshold unless He is about to move you into something greater. Trust the discomfort. Trust the tension. It's part of the process. You are being refined in this moment, and when you cross that threshold, you will be equipped for what is ahead. This is your moment to step forward with faith. The waiting and preparation that you've been enduring is necessary for what is about to unfold. Every moment of pressure, every season of silence, every unanswered prayer, it has all been preparing you for this. You might not fully understand it now, but one day you'll look back and see that this season was the one that shaped you the most. As you stand on the threshold, I encourage you to trust that the waiting and preparation were not wasted. God has been orchestrating every detail of your life, and now the time for action is here. This is the moment when everything you've been waiting for will begin to align. Stay faithful, stay hopeful, stay aligned with God's will. You are about to step into a new chapter, and though it may feel uncertain, know that God is with you every step of the way. Embrace the change. This is the season of your divine elevation, and with faith and trust in God's process, you will enter into everything He has prepared for you. Your time has come. As we come to the close of this powerful message, I want to take a moment to pray for each of you and seal this truth deep into your spirit. This is not just an ordinary message. It is a prophetic call, a moment of divine confirmation, and an invitation to step boldly into the fullness of your destiny. So wherever you are, take a deep breath, settle your spirit, and allow God's peace to rest upon you right now. Let His clarity wash over you, and may His confirmation strengthen your heart, especially as this crucial moment approaches. Father, I pray that right now, each person who is hearing this message will experience a divine confirmation deep in their spirit. I declare that they are not forgotten, but perfectly positioned for divine intervention. You have been at work behind the scenes, aligning everything in their lives for this moment. Even when it seemed like they were overlooked, even when the waiting felt heavy, you have been preparing them for what's next. Lord, I pray that your peace would settle upon each person. Let them feel the peace that comes from knowing they are in your hands, that you are leading them, and that every step they've taken, even the steps that felt uncertain, have been steps toward the purpose you've designed for them. No matter the challenges they've faced or the delays they've endured, I declare that they are right where they need to be, and you are about to move them into the next phase of their divine journey. You are not a God of confusion, but a God of clarity. So I ask for clarity in their hearts and minds. I pray for the fog to lift, for confusion to be replaced with divine understanding. Let them know that this is the time to step forward in boldness. Let them hear your voice clearly guiding them with confidence into the next steps of their destiny. May they know deep in their spirit that they are chosen, called, and equipped for what lies ahead. Now I want to call you to action. If this word has spoken to your heart, if your spirit confirms what has been shared today, I encourage you to act in faith. Like this video as a sign of your agreement with what God is about to do in your life. It's not just about clicking a button, it's about declaring, I receive this message. I stand in faith for the transformation that is coming into my life. Subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any future messages. There are more words of encouragement, instruction, and empowerment coming your way to help guide you through the journey ahead. But I want to take it a step further, share this message with someone who needs to hear it. God is not just speaking to you, He is speaking to those around you. By sharing this message, you become a partner in God's mission. You become part of His plan to awaken the chosen ones who are scattered across the world waiting for divine intervention. You are planting seeds of hope and truth in the hearts of others. Sharing this message is an act of obedience. It's a way for you to participate in God's work of bringing restoration and transformation to the lives of others. Don't let this message be kept to yourself. Let it spread and touch as many lives as possible. For those of you who feel led to take this even further, I invite you to sow into this ministry. Your giving is not just an act of financial support. It is a declaration of your readiness to step into the next phase of your journey. When you sow into the work of God, you are aligning your heart with His will. You are saying, Lord, I trust you. I trust that you are preparing me for what is to come, and I am ready to participate in your mission. No gift is too small. Every seed sown is a prophetic act of faith. God sees the heart behind the gift, and He will honor it in ways beyond your understanding. Remember, giving is not just about the finances. It's about aligning your heart with the divine purpose and saying, I am ready. I am stepping into the new season with faith, obedience, and trust in God's timing. As we close today, I want to offer a prayer that will seal this message in your heart. If you can close your eyes and receive this prayer by faith. Father, I thank you for every person who has heard this message today. I thank you for the call you've placed on their lives. They are not accidents, and their journey has not been in vain. You are preparing them for something great, and I declare that today marks the beginning of their divine elevation. Lord, I ask for your strength to fill them right now, to carry them through any challenge that still lies ahead. Give them the courage to trust in your perfect timing. When they feel overwhelmed, remind them that you are with them, and that they are more than capable of handling the blessings and responsibilities that are coming their way. May they be filled with peace, knowing that what you have begun, you will finish. I declare that they are chosen. They are aligned with your divine purpose. They are prepared for the blessings that are about to be released in their lives. Nothing will delay or hinder what you have set in motion. May their hearts be open to receive your guidance, and may they walk boldly into the next phase of their journey. I pray that you would open doors of opportunity where there were once closed doors. Bring divine connections, provision, and favor that will align with your will for their lives. I speak words of empowerment over them. They are more than conquerors. They are equipped not just to survive, but to thrive in every circumstance. Lord, I pray for the power of your Holy Spirit to surround them, to fill them with wisdom, and to empower them to take action. May they never forget that they are never alone in this journey. You are with them every step of the way, and as they step out in faith, you will meet them with your provision, your protection, and your guidance. As we end today, I want to remind you that God's timing is perfect, even when it feels like things are not moving fast enough. Trust that what God has begun, He will finish. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be. The preparation, the waiting, the refinement, it has all been for this moment. The best is yet to come. Stay aligned with His will, continue to trust His process, and step forward in faith, knowing that God will never leave you or forsake you. The breakthrough is near. The blessing is on its way. You are chosen, and the time for your elevation is now. Take this message with you today. Walk boldly into the next phase of your journey. Trust that God's timing is always right. He is faithful to complete what He has started in you. And as you do, remember, you are aligned, you are prepared, and you are ready for the divine breakthrough that is coming your way. Be blessed, stay in faith, and keep moving forward.